Zero.
A zero?
Zero, because, I mean, what's the fear? They're still struggling to score the football. Yesterday, they were able to do something they hadn't been able to do since the first game of the season, and that's run the football, Skip. You look at them, Dwight had 105 yards. Leonard Fournette had 57 yards. He left the game, I think, late third quarter with a hip injury. So they had 44 carries, a buck 61. And guess what? They didn't ask Tom Brady to throw like he customarily does, which is 44, 45 times a ball game. He threw it 29 times. Hold on, what about that record?
Kind of Aaron Rodgers.
What about that record?
Yep.
Did he get the record?
I'm happy he didn't get that.
I know you're not happy. No, you're not happy.
I needed him to get that off his back.
Nah, you're not happy.
You want hanging over his head.
Shannon, he's going to get it. 30 pass attempts. He's going to get it. There's nothing you can do about it. So you're not happy.
So
but nice try, though.
All he did was throw 399 straight passes without an interception this year. That is phenomenal.
Aaron Rodgers threw more. Aaron Rodgers threw more.
4 more. That's more. I'm glad we got that done.
Okay, I'm not so sure about that. Look, the Bucs ran the football. They were finally, like I said, they were able to run the football better than they have in any other game. The only other game that come close was the first game of the season against your Cowboys. But they ran the ball, Skip, against a team that's 27th in rush defense. That's the Seattle Seahawks. Bucs ran the ball 44 times. That is the most someone has run the football in the Tom Brady era with the Buccaneers. Now, we know Bill Belichick will run it 40, 50 times if he finds that you can't stop it. They picked up 10 of their first downs, 20, 26 first downs on the ground. Give the Bucs credit because it's like, you know what? Tom, yeah, we've been asking you to throw the ball 45 times a game, but this is not the game for that. They're really poor at stopping the run. And this kid got a bunch of the carries. Now, I'm not so sure he would have got all those carries had Leonard Fournette stayed in the game, Skip, because Leonard Fournette is the starting running back. But once he got out, this kid ran unbelievable. He ran hard. He ran determined. And that's what. And they were able to win the ball game. But, Skip, the Bucs defense is really good.
Yeah.
They were able to shut down Kenneth Walker III, who'd been running the air out of the football.
They sure did.
They got back to attacking the quarterback. Yep. Devin White was playing with a heavy heart because hours before he boarded the plane, he found out that his father had passed. So I can just imagine getting on a plane knowing that my father has passed and I got to go and focus and get ready for a football game thousands and thousands of miles away. And he had one of his best games of the season. But give the Bucs credit. Their defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. Gave up, 16 points yesterday. They've been giving up about 14 points the last 2 games. But the Skip, for me, watching the Bucs, I've never seen a Tom Brady offense look like this. They're struggling to produce points. Only twice have they scored 22 or more points. They scored 31 against the Chiefs. They lost 41-31, and they scored against Baltimore, and they lost that ball game. Point scoring is a problem for them. But the problem that the opposing team has is that their defense, you're going to catch, trying to score on them. But, Skip, I don't think they put any fear in anybody's heart. I think the thing is, with the NFC this year, nobody's afraid of anybody. Because if you look survey of the league, Skip, on any given, this is more so, and I know it's cliche-ish, but on any Sunday, man, 49ers say we can run the football. Minnesota say we can run the football. But I don't think anybody fears Tampa like we normally would fear Tampa or like that first year when they got it going down the stretch. And you're like, man, Tampa's starting to look good. Or all those years in New England with Tom Brady, you're like, oh, man, I don't think they put the fear in people like they once did.
So you're giving them a 0 chance. And you're saying that on a scale of 1 to 10, they're a 0 threat in the NFC?
No. I'm saying, that wasn't no 0 threat. It said, should the rest of the NFC fear? I said, no, they should
nobody should fear them as a contender.
No.
Are they a contender?
Yes, absolutely.
But nobody should fear them.
But let me ask you a question. Is Minnesota a contender? Is Philly a contender? Is San Francisco a contender?
Sure.
Anybody? Okay, then. Well, you said fear. No, nobody is afraid of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, well, here's what they should be. On a scale of 0 to 10, they should now be a 9 because that was here we come yesterday.
21 points is here we come?
Absolutely it was, because all of a sudden, guess who joined the party out of nowhere? A Julio who can still run. Could we see the early touchdown pass to Julio Jones, who had been a ghost since the season opener at Dallas, which they won 19-3? Could we see Julio, please? On a crossing route, he hits Julio, and he looks like he can still run. Maybe not what he used to be. But I will take that because they haven't even had that from Julio. They've had nothing from Julio.
What is that? That's a 5 yards that turns into. That's not down the field.
Okay. he still can get down the field because we saw the 48-yard bomb at Dallas to start the year. And as he gets healthier, and I'm going to remind you, they are now entering their bye week. They get 2 weeks to get ready for a game at Cleveland. All right. Then another guy who had been a ghost for much of the year because he's a shell of himself coming off ACL reconstruction is Chris Godwin. Yesterday, he got 8 targets to lead the team, and he caught 6 of them for 71 yards, including a touchdown pass. And if we could see Brady come to about his 4th read, if we could, to throw to Chris Godwin here for the touchdown, the second touchdown pass of the game. Thank you very much. This is Brady looking right. He wanted that, but he comes all the way back to Chris Godwin and throws him a vintage low ball at the goal line, just the way he used to throw it to Edelman and Amendola. And
that's pretty much the same route.
Yep, it's the same route. And
stack, breakout.
Yep, breakout, touchdown, low and away where only you can touch it and catch it, and touchdown. Now, to your point, Brady and company converted 10 of 15 third downs. I will take that.
Oh, yeah.
The defense held Geno and company, who had been hot, to 1 of 9 on third down.
Yep.
Geno did have 2 miraculous throws late in the game.
That was
on fourth down. It was just
yep.
like unbelievable. That made it much closer than it probably deserved to be. But look at total yards. It's 419 for Tampa to 283 for Geno and company.
They ran 24 more plays.
24 more plays. That's phenomenal to me.
14 minutes time of possession more.
There you go. That is vintage Brady-esque offense, where you are just dominating with a blend of run and pass.
But guess what? One team had 44 rush attempts,
Yep.
the other team had 14.
Okay.
So I got 30 more rush attempts than what you had.
Because you fell behind 21-3, and Kenneth Walker, who'd just been running wild on people, got 10 carries for 17 yards.
Yep.
This defense can stop the run. It's had some big breakdowns this year, but it can stop the run. It definitely, the back seven is sensational against the pass. All of a sudden, as they get healthier and Brady starts to get those weapons going and healthier off 2 weeks off, and you can start to run the ball, and Rachaad White, a rookie out of Arizona State, is pretty good. I'm not saying he's great, but he's pretty good. We even had a Keyshawn Vaughn sighting where he had made a big third down conversion on a little flip from Brady when he was in trouble.
Right.
Keyshawn Vaughn, Vanderbilt had a great weekend. Yeah. Way to go. Congratulations, Commodores. First time in 26 games that they won an SEC game.
Yeah.
It's hard in that league.
Y'all finally got off the snide on somebody's homecoming.
Yeah, but it was at Kentucky.
I know. Y'all was homecoming.
Levis, who's supposed to be it. We shut him down, and Keyshawn Vaughn rose and shone out of Vanderbilt.
Let me ask you this, Skip. How much confidence because we've seen your defense struggle at points in time this year, how much confidence do you have in your offense? If your defense struggle, that if they need to get 28, 31, 35 points, that they can go get that on a given Sunday or Saturday?
I don't think you need to, because you ball control people to death.
But Skip,
Brady is just deadly accurate and deadly clutch on third down.
Can I ask you a question? You did see Kansas City go get 41. Mm-hmm. So someone can go get points on that defense. Okay. We've seen Lamar Jackson. We saw what Lamar was doing, going up and down the field on you. So now the question is...
you just talked about 2 AFC teams, so we're talking about just getting to the Super Bowl through the NFC.
So Philly can't do that. So with Jalen Hurts running and throwing in the RPOs, they can't run the way they run the football. The 49ers, with the way they can run the football.
Tom Brady yesterday, much to your chagrin, was throwing laser rockets all day long, deadly accurate.
How many
rockets?
How many of them went down the field?
Okay, they don't have any deep speed except for little Scotty Miller. And if we could see the one throw to little Scotty, let me see if I can find it here on my sheet. It's for 22 yards. It set up the 14-0 touchdown, but here's a down the field throw. It's an 86-yard drive in 13 plays. This is to little Scotty Miller. And this should have been a walk-in touchdown. This is down the field, and what is he doing? I don't know. What do you have to leap for that and come down and juggle it?
Because he
just catch it and run into the end zone.
But he's not a natural catcher of the ball, so he has to body catch it.
Okay, but you can't tell me he doesn't throw down the field. That's a laser rocket for a touchdown, and it's not.
Skip, you show one throw of him throwing down the field. How many shallow crosses? How many swing routes? How many jailbreak screens does he throw?
Their defense is really good. It's why I picked them to win the NFC.
Not a defense. Skip.
Okay, I've told you all year their defense is loaded.
Skip. When Tom Brady was losing these games, you saying his defense was bad.
Well,
now you come out here and talk about the defense is good because Tom Brady had a good game.
They got run off the field in those games.
So which is it? Are they good or are they not good?
He was really good.
No, I'm talking about the defense. Yeah. Which is it?
They're coming alive. They're right on time. They got 7 games left.
This is what I've seen to happen. I think everybody else sees this too.
I don't think anybody sees this.
Anytime Tom Brady plays well was the defense, but let Tom Brady play bad. When Tom Brady was losing games, you didn't heap praise on the defense. You blamed them for losing.
Well, because they were giving up 200 yards rushing. What did they give up yesterday? None.
So let me ask you a question. What was Tom Brady doing? When they lost to Kansas City, what was Tom Brady doing?
Do you have any weapons?
See, now he ain't got no weapons.
Well, do you realize yesterday was the first game all year since Dallas that you had Julio Jones and Chris Godwin and Mike Evans all healthy in the lineup?
Is he the GOAT or not?
Since Dallas.
Is he the GOAT or not?
Oh, well, come on. Why are you asking me? You're in the Hall of Fame.
Is he the GOAT or not?
You answer. You're in the Hall of Fame. I'm not in the Hall of Fame.
You.
Well, who doesn't think he's not the GOAT? You don't think he is.
So what's the problem then?
Okay,
when Tom Brady loses, he didn't have anybody. Okay. But now he's winning. Oh, it's all Tom Brady, and now you want to throw the defense in as a tag along.
I told you all year, I had no idea that he was actually trying to finalize a divorce in the middle of the football season. It got finalized in the last 2 games. He's looking like 25-year-old Tom Brady because it's lifted off his head.
The man scored 18 points in 2 games, and he looked like the world is lifted off his shoulders.
21-3 over a hot Seattle team. I kept reading all last week.
The score was 21-16.
Seattle should have been favored in this game. A lot of people were writing that.
Skip. I'm just saying, my thing is that now all of a sudden you heaping so much praise, and what you do is that everything is predicated on Tom Brady. When Tom Brady plays good, they got a great defense. But the moment they lose, you never hold Tom Brady accountable.
Catching fire are Brady and the Bucs. They are the most dangerous team in the NFC as we speak because here they come off a bye week when they can figure things out more and more. They can get a little healthier. He can get a little healthier. And all of a sudden, you're in for it. Their schedule is rough down the stretch, but I'm not going to bet against this guy or this team. I still like them to win the NFC. Period. End of story. I loved what I saw yesterday.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
loved it.
They still got Cleveland. Cleveland laid an egg yesterday. But the 49ers, so we'll see. They got some.
They got one really tough game at 49ers. They got Cincinnati at home. They got New Orleans at home. New Orleans looks like it is unraveling right before your very eyes.
What you think? Mixon can run the football here in P. Ryan. They can throw it. They might have Chase back by then. Not sure. But they got a. But like I said, the NFC, you still got the Eagles, you got Minnesota, you got the 49ers. Tampa's going to be right there in the mix.
Okay, but Tampa's got one huge blessing, and I've accepted this all year long. They get to play in the NFC going south. And again, if you win that, you get a home playoff game. That's all I care about.
Yeah, you get a home playoff game. But if Philly just holds serve, I mean, Philly can basically, lock this division up. They win tonight. That put them 3 games fully, 3 in the win-loss column over Dallas.
Okay. Do I think that Brady could go to Philly and win a game? Absolutely, I do.
I think anybody can go, of the teams that's in there, I think anybody can go anywhere if they play their best football. I believe if Dallas played to their best ability, they can go anywhere and win. I believe the 49ers can do that. When they finally get healthy, I don't know about that right tackle because all he did was hold and miss blocks last night. But, Skip, when they say fear, obviously they're contenders. Any team that can make the playoffs, you got to take them serious because it's single elimination. It's a game 7. But the years past with Tom Brady, like, man, you do not want to see New England and Tom, or you didn't want to see Tom that first year. I'm not getting that vibe. I'm gonna need to see a few more games, and I'm gonna need to see more than 21 points.
That vibe got launched yesterday in Munich, and here we come back in 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll see.
Yep.
Who they got in 2 weeks at the bye?
At Cleveland.
Oh. And you said, Deshaun won't be back then.
No.
Bucs sitting at 500,
not
gentlemen, leading the NFC South. Nobody seems to want that division.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.